Can he go? Go!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Real Sports Updates here, back again. Another video. It's gonna be a quick video. I just wanted to talk about the Jackson Mahomes situation. This guy, everything he does is cringeworthy as hell. I know everybody's seen the video by now of him acting like an ass in Vegas this past weekend when the Pro Bowl was in town. Man, a lot can be said about him, and not a lot of it very positive. Listen, the key to this whole situation is Patrick Mahomes, and he needs to get his family in check. You know, I'm speaking solely on Jackson Mahomes because he's the one that I've seen the most of. But I know his wife, or either his wife or fiance, she's been out there online, you know, kind of acting up herself too. And this is very, I don't want to say it's uncommon. You see it every now and then with some athletes whose family is very, you know, outlandish, or some of their family members have, you know, very big and bright personalities. But it's really not a good look for, you know, the player himself, because, you know, too much of this, and it causes a lot of negative attention. You know, I know with the Jackson Mahomes situation, there was a you know, before I even seen any of, because I really didn't know who he was until the whole restaurant incident. I believe it was in KC. I guess he's really into TikTok, and he visited some type of restaurant, a bar, or something like that, and he wasn't served to his liking, apparently. So I guess he tried to trash the place on TikTok or something, and the owners of that establishment responded back to him in a very very condescending but entertaining way, and you know, they kind of put him in his place. And I never heard anything else from him regarding that incident. But you know, he's at games on the sideline doing stupid TikTok dances, and it's just like, man, like I don't know, it's very off-putting, especially like just as a man. Like it's very off-putting, and you know, I can't speak for women. I'm sure it is for them too, but it's off-putting as a man because he is not. His brother is a star. Patrick Mahomes is a star, and he's a guy who is you know, regarded as, you know, the star in the family, and it's not Jackson Mahomes. I didn't know who he was. Again, I didn't know who he was until the whole restaurant situation, and I seen that trending on social media. So I happened to check it out, and I seen what it was, and I seen who he was. So you know, naturally, you know, I'm when his name comes up, I'm paying more attention now, because he's getting a bunch of negative press for you know, his actions and the way he's behaving at games, and even at, you know, and even the video that was out this weekend from the Pro Bowl. He I don't know if he knew the women there, but he looked like he had a few too many, and he tried to kiss one of the women who was in a group, and this was all recorded on camera. And you know, I don't know. I'm hoping that he knew her, because if he didn't, then, you know, he's out of control. And I think Patrick needs to get him in control. You know, he needs to call a family meeting and tell his family to chill out a little bit, especially on social media. You know, they are becoming very, very infamous for their antics on social media, and it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. You know, and you know, we see, you know, some of these, you know, very high profile celebrities, athletes, whatever. You know, they normally would have some family around. The person I can think of whose brother is always around is Russell Westbrook. I think it's his older brother. I think his name is Ray. But I never hear anything bad about him. It seems like him and Russ are really close. He seems to be at a lot of the games, and I never see him acting out or doing anything that you wouldn't expect the brother of Russell Westbrook to be doing. He pretty much just sits there and minds his business, and he's very professional looking. He looks I don't know what it is that he does, but he looks professional. He carries himself with a lot of class, and that's respectable. Because we obviously we obviously see what Jackson Mahomes does, and he's the opposite of what Ray Westbrook is. He's just going crazy and doing all this stuff and bringing. I think the biggest thing is he's bringing a lot of attention to himself, and I think in the case of having a famous older brother or sister or whatever like that, the more attention you try to bring to yourself, the more negative press gets brought to the famous person in the family, and it's just by proxy. It has nothing to do. Patrick Mahomes doesn't do anything bad. He hasn't been in the news for doing anything stupid or whatever. I'm not a fan of the Chiefs, but he seems to be a good guy. He seems to be a good guy. He's got his fiance or wife, whatever she is. They got a baby. So he's never in the media doing anything stupid or acting ass. So to see Patrick Mahomes behave himself the way that he does with as much money, as much influence, as much fame as he has, to see his little brother acting in the complete opposite manner is like, it just goes to show that this whole thing about like being a celebrity or influencer or whatever you want to call it, like that has a lot of power, and I think it really takes over a lot of young people's thinking. They can get on the internet and do any type of stupid shit and be trending and go viral and all this stuff, and then you from there it jumps off with, you can do interviews, and then you can promote products or whatever it is, like it's just little things. You don't have to do anything good to go viral, and I think that's what one of the issues in our society is now. You don't have to do anything good to go viral. You can do something stupid, you can look crazy, like those I don't know who those guys are from Florida with the tattoos on their face and the spiky hair and all this. I don't know who they are. They just show up on social media all the time, and I see people just interacting with their post or a post about them or something like that. Like, I have no idea who these jokers are. So I think the same thing could be said about Jackson Mahomes. Not in that, not as bad as those dudes, but I mean, he's getting there. Like the more he pops off, the more he behaves unbecomingly, the more attention and negative attention he's going to get, the more negative attention Patrick Mahomes is going to get. And ultimately, you don't want that to be a distraction. I think Mahomes has been a model citizen, and you don't want your brother doing anything stupid, because if he does do anything stupid, if he was to get accused of something or do anything major like that, that is going to hit the news. It's going to hit the media. Sports media is going to be talking about that. They're going to be talking about what he did, and it's going to, like I said, by proxy, it's going to fall on Patrick. So I don't I don't want to kill the kid, because I don't know how old he is. He seems young, and I think he's probably going to regret a lot of the decisions that he's making right now. In a few years, I think he'll look back and say, "Damn, what was I doing?" But as of right now, I think the only person that can really talk some sense into him is Patrick Mahomes, because he is he's the guy in that family. He's the most famous person in that family. He got the most money and got the most influence. So he needs to get him to tone it down a little bit, and he doesn't have to go and hide out in a house all day and not do anything. He can do stuff, but he just cannot be so brazen and so just walking out there with a sense of entitlement you know, not really seeming to care about other people, and you know, trying to trash a restaurant in Kansas City and stuff. Like I don't think that wasn't smart. And you know, you don't want to get to a point where the Kansas City Chiefs fans are turning on your family. That's the one. That's a nightmare situation probably for the Mahomes family in general. You know, they love Mahomes is beloved around there in Kansas City. You know, he seems like he's blended in with the city and everything. And you know, he's a minority owner in the Kansas City Royals, so he's like blended into like the fabric of the city over there. And to have his brother running around and you know pretty much um, undoing all the goodwill that he's built up so far, that's not a good look. It's not a good look for the family at all. And you know, I just don't think that it is. It's not smart. It's really not smart. You know, and like I said, I don't know how old he is. He looks very very young. Um, he's doing stupid stuff, knowing that he's gonna get on the internet, knowing that people are gonna talk about him, but not in a positive way. He doesn't seem to care about that right now. So um, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what to make of it. Very bizarre. You know, like I said, a lot of you guys have seen the video from this past weekend. I just seen it today, and I was kind of taken back. I don't know what he was doing. And the video is very brief too. It's very short. He's it's maybe 10 seconds. He's dancing and then trying to kiss some woman. I don't I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the kid, but you know, hopefully he starts to grow up pretty soon. You know, things are gonna get harder for Patrick Mahomes. Things are gonna get harder for him going forward on the field. You know, I already explained in a previous video that he is his big extension kicks in. So, you know, he's going to need to focus on football 100%. You know, he's not going to be able to have all his weapons going forward. You know, his cap number is going to rise for the next 3 years, I believe. So, you know, they're not going to be able to afford, you know, the team that he has now. You know, some of these guys are going to be gone, and he's going to have to step up. He's going to have to compensate for that, and he's going to have to be all-time great in order for the Chiefs to keep their championship window alive. So, you know, when you take that into account, you need everything at home to be squared away. You know, you need your wife to be able to take care of the home. You know, be able to, you know, do whatever it is that she has to do. You know, you need your family to be able to play their roles. You know, their support roles, and you need them to just kind of lay low and not do too much and not have to address the, you know, some of the stupid things that your family members might have done or whatever. So that's like I said, that's probably a nightmare situation for Patrick Mahomes, but it is trending in that direction right now. I see a lot of people online, you know, talking. I see the memes and stuff talking about his wife and talking about his brother. So I don't think that's a good thing. You know, if you look at some of the other, like I said, the bigger athletes, the you know, the other guys in other sports, like we don't really see, you know, their family at all. You know, I don't. If you know, Mahomes is probably the biggest star in the NFL. If you know, go to the NBA, the NBA's biggest star is LeBron, and I don't even see his wife. I don't even. I've maybe seen his wife talk maybe 2 or 3 times, and I haven't seen her talk in a really long time. You know, I don't. I think she's on social media, but I don't think that she does anything like notable, like to get noticed more than just her being married to LeBron James or whatever. So you know, I really don't see that. Like, I don't see that, you know, interaction with a lot of, you know, family members of, you know, star players in other leagues. So I think he's got to tone it down. I think he's got to tone it down a little bit. It'd be interesting to see if like the Chiefs or anybody stops him from like being on the sidelines and, you know, doing all these dances and trying to like, you know, antagonize people or whatever it is that he's trying to do by doing whatever he does. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see what happens going forward. Like I said, I think Patrick needs to call a family meeting this off season. You know, he needs to be real, tell everybody to chill a little bit, and you know, kind of lay down the law. You know, he's the guy right now. You know, he's the guy. He's got all the power. He's got all of the influence. He makes the money, and you know, he needs to just be real with his family and let them know. You know, they need to just go ahead and just, you know, lay low a little bit and you know, kind of keep that, you know, kind of keep that outside element and keep everything on the field. So we'll see what happens going forward. But yeah, man, Jackson Mahomes, you need to chill just a little bit, bro. Chill a little bit. You know, maybe take a break from social media or whatever. Get you a hobby going or something, whatever it is that you need to do. And you need to stop embarrassing your brother because I got secondhand embarrassment and I'm not even related to you. So, but yeah, that was just quick thoughts on that situation. I've seen everybody talking about it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We got more content coming up. Super Bowl 5 days away, so can't wait for that. And thank you guys. See you later.